I saw fantastic and heard fantastic things that were happening in your community, and I wish to acknowledge that. Even if they're small seeds and they're growing. And what I'm going to talk about, Victory, is a community that transformed itself. So I'm going to talk on behalf of a whole lot of people that were in front of me, beside me and behind me as a community. And I want you to get a mental image of a school in Nelson. Beautiful sunshine. No different really than any school in Rotorua. But it had a dark secret. It was a failing school. Failing in academic, failing our community. Many of our parents didn't want to come to school. I'm talking about the 90s. You know that 67% of our school roll came in and moved out in 1 year. So those teachers that had paper rolls, some classes had 2 or 3 paper rolls. Children didn't stay. There wasn't a sense of belonging in that community. It was a community labelled for its crime. So it is education, absolutely. Progress, absolutely. But it is, keep going, around enrolling the whole family. We enrol the family. So if there are issues to do with older siblings, we know that if a young teenager is having issues, it will have an impact on that family. So by looking at the family and providing for the family, if we could, or an agency could, has the expertise, that connectiveness was made very quickly. Rather than sometimes 6 weeks of referral, meetings, might happen like that. Because of the trust between the school and the agencies. Not a school, a community. That blurs edges, SIFs are involved in it, WINS are involved in it, the police are involved in a community charter. It's not in the school grounds, it's in the churches, a whole lot of different places, and so it should be actually. And even in a virtual sense, internet, where people make connections. And what the relationship is with our immediate families and our communities. And we can gloss over that, but if you really look at how is it effective, might be effective to Nick, Shirley and others, but what about John? So, the priority might be all the Marks and Johns who we haven't got a connection with that we might do. And that's the hard stuff. It's easy with the ones that turn up to meetings or read things, but our energy is on the ones who don't. And the personal contact, not a letter, the personal is the thing that we are finding a stronger connection. It takes time, doesn't it? But is that not our job? If we really want to make a difference for some. Talk to the person beside you for 2 minutes. What's one thing you might want to do, or you're thinking about right now?
And stop bringing them in for all the bad things. There's no parent that doesn't want to celebrate their child. I think it's a mind shift for after the school.
Society there, restoring the biodiversity, and we're quite disconnected at times with the community. So we're looking for ways to engage with the school next year to work with the kids, and then we're hoping that that will engage the parents. And I'm quite interested to find out how we can engage the parents as well as the kids.
Yes, and it's not always easy. It doesn't always happen straight away. When you're in a school a bit longer, it can happen. But let's not make that a barrier for ourselves. Look, thank you for sharing.